Every year, gaming seems to get more and more cinematic. Complex character arcs, sharply cut cinematography, sweeping soundtracks. Modern gaming is defined by their inclusion. But when it comes to Gears of War Judgment, the only arcs that matter are those of thrown grenades. The only sharp cuts are delivered by chainsaw. And the only thing sweeping across the battlefield is the muzzle of the flamethrower that's lying in your hands. It's not exactly what we've come to expect from a Gears game. After a trilogy that has gained more somber music, fathers back from the dead, missing girlfriends and dream sequences with each entry, Judgment feels distinctly stripped back. We don't mean that in a bad way. Judgment is stripped back in the same way you strip back a hot rod. So you're left with a flame-spewing, death-defying speed machine. There's a solid plot in here, with the game being told in flashbacks from a war crimes trial and fan-favourite Baird leading the testimonies. But it's all in service of a ridiculously fast-paced arcade shooter. Blame lies at the feet of Polish studio People Can Fly. In their hands, Gears of War Judgment becomes an arena shooter, like a AAA version of Smash TV. Each mission is broken up into short sections of rooms, each one ready to be flooded with hordes of locusts. Crammed with ammo and weapons and built for running battles rather than cover-based standoffs, these arenas are perfect for all-out war. Judgment features a new spawning system, which throws different enemies at you each time you play a level. In reality, it acts as a kind of deadly funnel, pumping in waves of the series' toughest enemies from the first level onward, giving the game an intense pace. Building on this beautifully is the declassify feature, which adds a modifier to the level, whether it's a weapon limitation or a dust storm, and a whole army of sword-wielding psychos. This all feeds into the game's ranking system, which rewards you with stars for completing declassified missions, executing your enemies, and achieving the game's achievement-like ribbons. In Judgment, your single-player, co-op and multiplayer progress are all anchored by the same profile, with weapons, characters, skins and add-ons unlocked at steady pace. It's in multiplayer where these modifications come in useful, and here Judgment once again hones the formula. For those with a taste for chaos, Team Deathmatch delivers, with a set of new multi-tiered maps leading to epic battles, and the game's streamlined controls upping the pace. Meanwhile, Overrun and Survival, Judgment's new class-based multiplayer and co-op modes require more thought. Best when played with a group of trusted teammates, they are a Gears take on the tower defense formula with a solid level of variety. Gears of War Judgment feels like the unashamed action game the series was always threatening to be. Away from the scripting, scale and story of its predecessors, its well-balanced enemy types, huge variety of weapons and distinctive playstyle is given space to shine. The Gears series has always been accused of being a brown-hued cover shooter, but in Gears of War Judgment, you spend most of your time dive-rolling your way through cartoonish battles with freakish enemies.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Gears of War Judgment is the freshest thing to happen to Gears since it roadie ran its way onto the Xbox 360 in 2006. Forget scripted set pieces, this is the perfect example of how a truly well-designed shooter can generate hour after hour of glorious, bloody, emergent fun, all through empowering the player. It may be a game full of military meatheads, but arcade shooters don't come much smarter than this.